ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
Indoor concerts, theater performances, and other private gatherings are getting the green light to start up again in California. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. As our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner explains, this will take effect in less than 2 weeks.
A return to normalcy getting closer by the day. Friday, the state revealed that many indoor events can start up again on April 15th with some limitations. That's also the same day that vaccine eligibility expands to those who are 16 and older.
The kinds of venues that are allowed are indoor seated venues. So that would be theaters, sports stadiums. You can also do meetings and receptions and conferences. So that could be convention centers, hotels.
The capacities for these events will be dependent upon what reopening tier each county is in. And in order to increase capacities at some venues, the state will allow fully vaccinated sections where people can sit shoulder to shoulder.
Venues can have fully vaccinated sections without social distancing, but mask required. Other sections must continue to maintain their 6-foot distancing.
As of now, event goers will have to provide verification of vaccination or proof of a negative test within the last 72 hours. When asked about concerns over vaccine card fraud, the state's public health officer provided this response.
I think most people will be honest because the vaccines are freely available. And I think that's sort of really the key thing is that the barriers to getting vaccinated are really coming down.
The reopening announcement comes as the statewide positive case rate plummets and vaccination rates continue to increase. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
San Diego County is currently in the red tier. Now, in this level, indoor events are allowed at 10% capacity for venues holding up to 1,500 people. If all guests show proof of vaccination or negative tests, the capacity could increase to 25%.
California has lifted its statewide advisory that asks leisure travelers to stay within 120 miles of home. But state officials are still asking everyone, even those who are vaccinated, to avoid leaving the state or country if it's not necessary. This comes on the same day the CDC updated its guidance to say fully vaccinated people can travel within the U.S. without getting tested or going into quarantine afterward. A big one-day jump in case numbers. The county reported just under 500 new COVID cases today, while our test positivity rate ticked up to 3%. Another 13 people have lost their lives to coronavirus, bringing that total to just above 3,500.
A startling what if. Scripps health researchers say if restrictions hadn't been relaxed in San Diego County last summer, dozens of deaths could have been avoided. Our ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena looks into how they came to that conclusion.
Last summer, after months of being under a stay-at-home order, COVID cases were at a rate that prompted San Diego County to ease some restrictions, allowing places like restaurants and gyms to partially reopen.
We found is had that not happened, according to our models and calculations, around 45 people may not have died. And in fact, 400 people may not have been hospitalized in the first place.
Nathaniel Brown is the director of health data sciences at Scripps. He and his team, along with researchers at Columbia University, look back at that 25-day period from June 12th to July 7th. Although there's no way to definitively prove something that didn't happen, Brown says the computer models are pretty accurate.
We can say with around 95% confidence that these results are, what we would expect to have happened had the situations on the ground been a little different.
ABC 10 News reached out to the county, which said they haven't seen the study, and without reviewing the findings, they were unable to comment. As for Scripps, administrators say studies and prediction models allow them to be better prepared to treat patients.
How many beds would we need available? How many nurses do we need to staff? How many are going to end up in the ICU versus need med surg? How many will be on ventilators? How much PPE or personal protective equipment would be needed for our staff to actually safely take care of patients?
And as we continue to see more things reopen, Scripps says the study only reinforces the continued need for things like social distancing and masking.
We want to remain vigilant and keep doing what we've been doing.
Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News.
A major difference between this round of reopenings and last year is the vaccine. Scripps, like other healthcare providers, is urging you to get one when it's your turn.
Governor Gavin Newsom was in San Diego this morning touring a pop-up vaccination site in City Heights. And this comes as the state works to vaccinate 4 million people in the hardest hit zip codes. Once this is done, the state plans to loosen the tier requirements. Right now, San Diego County sits in the red tier, but could move into the orange tier next week.
The number of vaccines that have been delivered under this equity framework. 3.6 million, almost 3.7 million on their way to 4 million next week, which will allow cities and counties like San Diego to move more quickly through these tiers, ultimately getting to a green tier.
The governor also applauded the county for leading the state in vaccines administered.
San Diego State is starting to let fans back into outdoor events. Today, the university announced a limited number of spectators will be allowed to attend starting this weekend. 9 athletic programs are still competing outdoors, including baseball, soccer, track and field, and tennis. Social distancing and masks will be required, and the concessions will be closed. And you can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store. New at 7, a Vista Man has been missing for days. 52-year-old Daniel Garcia Mendez was last seen Wednesday night leaving his home on California Street. Garcia Mendez has difficulty speaking clearly and has partial loss of movement in his left arm. He may be wearing a yellow jacket and often carries a blue fabric handbag. If you see him, please call the sheriff's department.
We're still waiting to learn the names of the 2 people killed in a deadly crash near Vista. A 19-year-old driver and his passenger died last night when their car plunged down a hillside off Lawrence Welk Drive in the Deer Springs area. Officers discovered the bodies just after midnight after some people reported their friends had been in a crash. Police say the victims had just left a party up the road when the accident happened. The cause is under investigation.
Families will be constantly looking over their shoulders.
Anger and angst as neighbors near El Cajon rally against the proposed placement of a notorious sexual predator. As ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen tells us, those neighbors are now preparing to make their case to a judge.
Sarah Thompson, who has an 8-year-old son, vividly recalls hearing about the proposed placement of sexually violent predator Douglas Badger earlier this week.
Kind of had to pause the news, rewind it, and watch it again. And then we just were in shock. I couldn't sleep that night.
The California Department of State Hospitals is recommending Badger be placed in a home on Horizon Hills Drive, a few doors down from Thompson.
There's children all up and down the streets in our neighborhood. It's within less than a mile from 2 elementary schools. It creates a climate of fear, of uncertainty.
Badger was convicted of sexual assaults dating back to the 70s for preying on young male hitchhikers and abducting them at gunpoint. He was released from prison in 1997 and into a maximum security state hospital, classified as a sexually violent predator likely to reoffend. In 2014, the state proposed releasing Badger into a home in Campo despite protests. He ended up withdrawing his petition for release. Last year, he filed another petition arguing he was not likely to reoffend. In January, a judge granted his conditional release. County Supervisor Joel Anderson.
Of the last 4 sexual predators, they've all been placed in East County. We should not be the dumping ground for sexual predators.
Anderson urging those with concerns to make their opinions known ahead of a Zoom hearing before a judge April 20th. Meanwhile, Thompson will meet with neighbors next week in hopes of preventing the placement of the man she says doesn't belong here.
Families will be terrified. Families will be constantly looking over their shoulders.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
Badger is one of 2 sexually violent predators that may be placed in the same home. The public can send in comments through April 9th. We have all of that contact information on 10news.com.
Businesses around Petco Park will have their doors open for the Padres' second home game tonight. The owner of Basic Pizza in East Village says that they made about $15,000 in sales during yesterday's opening day, the best in recent memory. The manager at Tajima Ramen says that they had a line out the door after the Padres beat the Diamondbacks. Many of these businesses were hit hard last year after losing the foot traffic amid the pandemic. Now they're welcoming those fans back.
I think this is like the first time I felt like the buzz and the energy and the vibe around like San Diego and how excited everyone is.
Padres are playing the Diamondbacks tonight, and they're home through Wednesday when they host the Giants. The San Diego Automotive Museum is now back open. A limit of 70 people at a time are allowed inside so everyone can space out. Masks are required. It's one of a number of museums in Balboa Park that reopened their doors today, including the Natural History Museum and the Fleet Science Center. More museums will open here in the coming weeks.